let me ask you another side of it too. So, there's a lot of people who have come out and said, I'm embarrassed um of what happened, and it makes us look bad and stuff like that. But I think that was one of the reasons why I wanted to have this conversation, because a lot of people don't know the context of how we got. I think the optics don't look good on
No,
everybody, but there's a lot of backstory and details that a
but
lot of
she's
people don't
such
know.
a manipulative, evil, vindictive person. A lot of people don't understand that this lady sends out death threats to her residents. She sicks her goons on us every chance
Hmm.
she gets. She allows them to say mean and nasty things to us.
Hmm.
And at some point, we have to just let the world know we're tired of it. People don't want us to speak out and act out, but how are we supposed to act when we're constantly getting our asses whooped by her? Basically, that's what it is. It's just abuse of power. She's abusing her residents, and she don't care about anybody and what they have to go through. As long as she gets what she wants to get, self gratification. That's not fair. It's
Yeah.
not fair and it's not right. And that's why we do what we've been doing to try and out her and to get her out of government for good. Not
Right.
just for, you know, just for these roles and you can go somewhere else. No, we want her out of government for good. They should have a do not hire politician list for her. I'm
Well, let's.
serious.
No, I listen.
She
I
should be
actually,
on the do
you're
not
right.
hire political list. So when you are thinking about running, y'all look up her name, and so this is the list of things that Tiffany Henyard has done, and she should never be able to go back into politics ever because she's not
Yeah.
qualified.
I listen. I think that makes a lot. If anybody would make number one on that list, it would be her. Now there
Hello,
are some other corrupt mayors
a
around
lot.
around the country. St. Louis mayor has a lot of heat on her right now too.
I
But
saw that too.
you know what I'm saying.
That's
But
a whole nother
that's a
topic.
whole nother show,
We need to
and
do
we
a
could
show
talk
on
about.
that one too.
You know what I'm saying? But Tiffany, like you said, it's a movie because it's not just the corruption. It's like everything that you could do wrong is
You're doing
attached
it.
to this woman's name. Everything.
You're
You
doing
know what
it.
I'm saying? Now let me know one other piece before we wrap. I want to go over something, and a lot of people, if they check out the interview we did maybe a couple interviews ago,
Uh huh.
you pointed out something really important about the Southland, not just Dalton, about a lot of corruption going on in other places.
Corruption. Oh my
If
God.
people watch Lori Lightfoot's interview, right now, Regina Waldrop had asked her a couple of things. Asked her one, would she want to run for something again? And she said that she doesn't want to do public office again.
Mm-hmm.
But she did reference how she was open to help other places, because she was saying that this Dalton investigation was very helpful because a lot of other towns, municipalities in the Southland have been coming. People are starting to come to her
Mm-hmm.
because there's issues, and you brought that up a while ago
Yep.
in other towns like Harvey, for instance, and other towns, Phoenix, stuff like that, that has a lot of corruption. So
Mm-hmm.
we've talked about this where Tiffany, this whole drama with her has really opened up the eyes, I think, of a lot of citizens in other municipalities. So people should realize that it's actually happening. And I thought about you
In a lot of
when she
places.
when she
It's
said that.
happening more often than we know it. The thing about it is that other communities keep it more so under wraps, right? So, like, you have other communities that know how to do what they're doing and finagle a little extra, but then they're still keeping their community upheld. They're not taking the money that the residents need for their services and to, for their businesses and all of that stuff. They're not trying to hold back business license. They're not trying to do pay to play. What she's doing is criminal. What she's doing is criminal to a lot of people. But the other mayors, I mean, they have their little issues too. But outside of Clark, like, they're doing their stuff more so under wrap. Like, you
Hmm.
have the cities that are still thriving. They still are getting clean. They have their services in line. They're not
Hmm.
missing too many beats. But
Right.
yeah, they might be doing some corruption here and there. But the way Tiffany is blatantly doing it, it makes everybody take a second look at the meetings.
Hmm.
Everybody's saying that I'm gonna start going to my township meetings. Start looking at your financial reportings. That's the biggest thing. You got to know where the money is being spent. Those are
Yeah.
your tax dollars.
Yeah.
The police department works for us. A lot of people don't understand that our tax dollars pay for police. So we need to know how their funding and spending is going. Fire department, same thing. Remember when I told you about the firefighters and their contract? You know,
Yep.
she took them to court to try and take it back because the trustees did it.
I remember that. I
So
remember you told me
it's
that.
like
Yeah.
a lot of things that people don't understand what's going on inside their government because they just like, okay, I'm just keep paying my taxes and just keep living. Keep
Yeah.
paying my taxes and keep living. No, you need to start investigating stuff that's going on in your area because there's corruption everywhere. It might not be as brazen as what Tiffany is doing, but
Yeah.
it's damn near everywhere. It's not too many places where you can go right now where people are not trying to get political gain and pad people's pockets so they can get to that next level. And that's what Tiffany was doing. She failed
Yeah.
tremendously, but that's what she was trying to do. If she was a little smarter, she probably would have got away with it, but she's not bright.
You
She's
know what? You got that right. You got that right because it is so brazen. It's like, damn, you can't help but to see it. It's so obvious.
hello.
You know what I'm saying? And you're so right. I really think that at this point, I mean, like I said, anything you could do wrong is attached to her. It's like the crash out of all crash outs. I never seen
Listen,
anything like that.
I really think that girl has a substance abuse problem. Allegedly, I can't confirm it, but I really think that she is on some type of substance, and I'm really praying for her because she just won't stop. I think she want to keep doing crime so the feds won't hurry up and kick in her doors because you know that they're building a case and a case and a case, and every time you do something dumb, it just helps them further on their investigation.
Hmm.
So with her continuously doing dumb stuff and not doing what she's supposed to do, they like, oh, well, we don't have to come right now. We don't have to come right now. They're allowing you to continuously do this dumb shit. So when it is time for you to get your indictments, you're gonna pay for all this dumb stuff you continuously still doing. Why won't she stop? I don't get it. But
You're right. The feds are very patient.
very,
the
very,
The feds are the most patient
they're
law
so patient.
enforcement group, man. They can sit there for like 5 years and be like, let's just sit and wait for
Who
all this
knew
to.
that Lil Durk was under investigation
Yeah, listen,
for all of these years? Like,
listen. The feds ain't got no problem waiting it out. They'll just sit
no.
back, you know.
I did not get that. I missed all of that. And like all of a sudden he indicted for murder. Like what? So yeah, they're very patient. They like let this dude travel, do shows and all this other stuff, and had all this evidence mounted against him, and then they just came in and swoop, we finna snatch it like now. Like
100%, 100%. That's what they do. That's what they do.
hmm,
And yeah, I don't even know. It's like you said. I mean, you had said this before that maybe she has some type of mental issue, but it's not that far fetched anymore after seeing all this stuff.
no.
It
No.
really
And
ain't that
remember
far
when she
fetched.
came into the township, one of the first things she did was close all of the mental health facilities that we had that were free. I don't know if you remember, but they used to get free counseling throughout the township. So you can get it for as couples, you can get it for personal, or you can get it for your children. So
Okay.
they used to have free counseling at the township because I actually went before and got
Okay.
counseling there. So when she came in, that was one of the first things she did was close out counseling. But
Hmm.
then she was trying to put a mental health bill on one of the votes for people to vote for so she can get more money for the township. Everybody voted that down. There's nobody. Why would we want to spend extra money for a mental health bill when you came in and closed all of the mental health facilities? That makes absolutely no sense. That shows you that we're not dealing with somebody with a full deck of cards. Because why do you think that makes sense when you already had it inside of the township? Like they had their own room inside of the township where you could go and
Right.
actually get services. Yeah, you
Okay.
fired all of them.
Wow. So yeah, all I can say is wow. I mean, so swinging it back quickly to the brawl. I mean, we already went over that, but the brawl is Jed is there gonna fire not fire but is he gonna file charges
I'm sure he have already. Jed is
for assault?
he's very articulate when it comes to the law and his rights. and what to do. I did see somebody sent me a live. I watched it briefly, but he was at the police station and he was trying to get a police report, and they were denying him his rights to get the police report. And remember, Tiffany hit him, so he have every right to file a report against Henyard because of the way that she came and attacked Jed. It doesn't matter what he said. You should not have put your hands on that man.
Yeah.
You're supposed to just walk away and just, hey, take it with a grain of salt. But you're not supposed to run and attack and hit him in his head with a microphone because that's assault.
He has the benefit of footage, and I'm sure that he has
footage.
All those different angles. It's crazy.
All those footages. So he did. I'm sure he's going to file a lawsuit. And remember, they just got insurance that day for that day. Remember that. Remember, we technically didn't have insurance, and then Trustee Gonzalez had spoken, said we made sure that we got insurance for today. Now, mind you, remember that on my camera when that man fell, I'm sure he hurt himself. So that's a lawsuit right there in itself because of the melee.
You're so right. It's another part people don't think about. As a public official, for her to get up there, even if she started to run, she could have knocked somebody over.
Absolutely.
And someone could be suing the township for that. So it's
somebody fell. Like if you look at my live, the guy fell when he was trying to go and trying to see what was going on down there. And he actually, I don't know. They said Tiffany pushed him over. I can't confirm or deny that. But it happened so fast because I was backing up. And if you see on my footage, when I was backing up, he fell and hit the ground.
Okay.
So, yeah.
All right. So next we got, I'm not going to hold you forever. You know what I'm saying? This is just, next we have the regular Dolton board meeting that is on Monday.
Yes. It's Monday, the February 3rd at 6:30. And that's going to be a super interesting board meeting. I am going to be happy to be there in front with my Clean House 2025 sweater on.
I love it.
I had to wear it today for this interview.
Yeah.
Can I say one thing?
Please.
That fight, I know that everybody is saying that most of the people were there from Dolton and it's a reflection of Dolton. And I just want to say to everybody that's listening to me, I understand the correlation that y'all think because of Tiffany Henyard being the mayor of Dolton. But please understand that was a township thing because Kamal Woods worked for the township. Kamal Woods didn't work for the village of Dolton. You have to understand that fight ensued because of her married boyfriend. It had no correlation with Dolton trustees or anything. Yes, she is the mayor of Dolton, but that was all distractions from Dolton Township. It had nothing to do with the business at hand and what the trustees are doing and the clerk for the village of Dolton. We're still